than the variable costing income statement format. It matches more costs, including that devious fixed overhead. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns, random thoughts? Not anything? Random thoughts? I mean, really, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of random thoughts going on, other than kind of wondering what my pillow would feel like right now. That looks like, I mean, about half the class looked like, about like that. Like, what would my pillow feel like right now? Something like that. I sleep with two pillows, like one over my head and one under my head. It just feels comfy. Gesundheit. Because there's something about, does anybody feel like they sleep better with pressure across their eyes? There are some people in the world that do. So if you're having trouble sleeping at night, try putting some pressure across your eyes, across the front of the top of your face. It can help.
Why don't you get one of those sleeping masks?
Good eye.
Princess across
She
the eye.
That's horrible.
Just saying.
It's just, you know, Whitney's being really, really nice. I don't know, because I don't like the feel of the
Band?
yeah. So what?
Just get a heavy one and just lay it there.
Oh, that's what a pillow does. I mean, you all didn't provide any random thoughts, so I thought I would.
If you put a pillow over your head, it makes it a lot easier for people to smother you, though.
My random thought is get a sleeping mask.
What's a sleeping mask?
Get the pressure going.
But who's going to smother me?
I don't know. But I would not present that opportunity to anyone.
Oh, I am not concerned. I'm not concerned about being smothered. I'm not concerned about being smothered. So you should only have one pillow on your bed.
No, I agree.
Well, then that's a smothering opportunity.
No, because usually I throw some of them on the floor every night.
How hard is it to pick it up off the floor?
But it's not already on my bed.
Oh, Brandon, have you had an opportunity to laugh yet today? Okay, because he's had a rough day. He's had 2 tests today so far. And so I told him to just kind of hang out, laugh, enjoy class. And I wanted to make sure he was having an opportunity to do at least kind of something like that. What, Tony?
Huh?
Exactly.
Yep, something about accounting.
Something, what about accounting?
How awesome it is.
How awesome it is. And what incredibly useful and relevant things we talk about, like all class period. But the problem is, did you notice how much you all woke up right then? Like, you got to be kidding, Dr. Fessler. And everybody's like, wait, why aren't you doing that? And then you all kind of woke up, and now it sucks because now you can learn a little more. So what's the last topic we're going to review now that you all are just a little more awake? Budgeting. That sucks. That's kind of sneaky like that sometimes. What's the first budget prepared, Matt? What page in the handy handouts are you looking at? 191. Matt? 191? Sales forecast is the first thing done. Thank you, sir. Davis, what's next?
Operating budgets.
Operating budgets, name one, Jennifer. Another, Brandon? Direct labor, yeah. I mean, if I say direct materials, what do you say? Something else right in there. What else, Mike? Manufacturing overhead. What's the last one, Matt? Selling and administrative. So those are some budgets that are prepared. What's next? Number 3. So we've talked about sales forecast, and we've talked about operating budgets. Scott, what's next? Capital expenditure budget. Anthony, what in the world? Sorry to catch you. What, were you popping some caffeine? Chocolate? Leftover, well, caffeine / chocolate being the same thing, you know. I'm sorry? Oh, no, that's not the that's the correct answer, but not to the question I asked. The question I asked is, what in the world are capital expenditures? Big purchases? And how do we know it's big? Expensive. And how do we know it's expensive? I mean, depends. I mean, for some of you, you know, a $200 purchase could be expensive, right? Thank you. How do you know how expensive is expensive? If the company depreciates it or amortizes it, then we know it's expensive. Okay. But generally, Anthony, your answer was exactly right. Expensive, big, yes. Okay, so those are capital expenditures. Megan, what's the fourth budget that's prepared? Pro forma what? Pro forma financial statements. That was the that was the answer Anthony gave. Pro forma financial statements. He gave it all, I do believe. Can you name a financial statement, Ekta? Income statement. Another one, Brittany? Statement of cash flows. Thank you for the inclusion of the word statement. Jackie? Statement of retained earnings. There's still a relatively easy one left for chance. Balance sheet. Okay. Which one of those is least important from the perspective of budgeting, Holden? Which one of those is least important?
Statement of cash flow.
No. Incorrect answer. I just generally think it's the least important financial statement, period. Although, how dare I say that? Right? Kind of wash my mouth out with soap.
I'm thinking it might be retained.
Statement of retained earnings. Statement of retained earnings. Yes, Ekta. What? No. You raised your hand. Is that what you were going to answer? No, that's not what you were going to answer? So you're glad that I didn't call on you? You knew the answer. You were raising your hand. Yes. So which is the least important? Statement of retained earnings. The other three are very important. What does pro forma mean? This is a good question for Nick. As if. As if. Which language, Heidi? Latin. Latin for as if. Pro forma financial statements. What's in the master budget, Kaylee? All of the above. All that stuff's wrapped up in one big package with a ribbon and a bow on the front. That is the master budget. And then there's some problems, and then a fair bit of practice. And we're not going to go through the problems so much, but there are lots of opportunities for practice here. Right? Where are the solutions? By way of a reminder, where are the solutions to every problem in the handy handouts? Blackboard. This is a study resource. Study lots. And we talked about this last class period, did we not? When Dr. Fessler was a student and studying for an accounting test, how many times did he practice problems?
3.
3. Every problem he could get his hands on, 2 to 3 times. Okay? Dr. Fessler also rewrote every note he ever took in college. So in a sense, I'm not sure how much I'd like the handy handouts. I'd probably, if I was a student, I'd probably get a second copy of the handy